Welcome to Community Taking Action, ABCD's program highlighting people and organizations doing great things in and around the Boston area. Today we have a special treat for you. We're going to talk a little bit about ABCD and how you can join as either a volunteer or an employee. And here to have that conversation with us are Carmen Farias and Margaret Roberts. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Glad to have you guys here, and hopefully we'll have a good conversation and our audience will learn how they can join us, and maybe someday I can have them sit over here and talk to them as well. So we're going to talk about intern and volunteer opportunities, and we'll talk about employee opportunities. Why don't we start with you, Carmen?
Excellent.
Talk to us and the audience about volunteer opportunities at ABCD.
Gladly. ABCD offers individual ongoing opportunities for applicants looking to make a weekly commitment, usually of 5 to 10 hours a week, but the scheduling is flexible. And of course, if there are applicants that are looking for more than that, we're happy to accommodate that as well. They can help either in the area of direct client service at our neighborhood service centers or our Head Start programs, or they can help with administrative tasks, both in our programs and in our central offices as well. We also offer a variety of group and corporate volunteer opportunities for groups anywhere from 5 people to about 20 people, helping at our food pantries and helping also with some of our fundraising events such as Hoop Dreams and Field of Dreams. And they can also help with our winter emergency campaign and our toy drive.
Usually what people tell me when I talk about ABCD is, hey, you guys are so big and it's hard to grasp all of it at one time. So I'm going to ask you some questions about what you just said, and we'll take it piece by piece.
Excellent.
You talked about individuals and you talked about corporations. Let's talk about the individual opportunities. So that's where there's one person, maybe two, is it?
Yeah, it's usually one person, so it can be volunteers or interns. We do have a variety of partnerships with different institutions throughout the Boston area, mostly colleges, universities, and high schools. They can submit an application and be matched with an opportunity that meets their availability and meets our needs.
And you said there's some special events that sounded really exciting that I think we should talk a little bit more about.
Sure. Most recently, we had Hoop Dreams at the TD Bank Garden, and volunteers were able to help us set up for the event.
What does a volunteer get to do at that kind of event that's really exciting that they might not get somewhere else?
They basically get a private tour of the garden. Nice. They're kind of running around, giving people directions. It's just a way to enjoy an event from really up close.
Any particular majors that are more likely to contact you, or just majors that you want people to say, don't forget, if you're this major, we still want you?
Well, human services is a big one, given that we offer the opportunity to interns to directly interact with clients. Accounting and taxation are big ones during tax season. We run a large volunteer income tax preparation program, so we're always looking for people that have that background. I think that we have a variety of different programs where we could offer opportunities for people with a variety of different interests and academic backgrounds.
How many volunteers at any given time does ABCD handle, or how many in the course of a year, in a month?
In a year, we get about 1,900 volunteers.
Really?
That includes our board, advisory committees, Head Start parents who volunteer at the sites, as well as the number of individual and group volunteers and interns that we have. And collectively, in a year, they serve over 50,000 hours.
I have to pause.
Okay.
Those are large numbers. That's a lot. Are there characteristics or qualities that make for a great volunteer or intern?
Commitment, I would say, is the big one. Okay. Again, we understand that many people are offering their time to us in conjunction with other commitments that we have, and availability as well. Most of our opportunities run during our business hours from Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So somebody that's able to give some time during that time frame is something that we're looking for.
Does someone have to be previously trained, or is there training provided?
Training is provided, certainly. We're looking for people that are willing to make a commitment and are interested and enthusiastic about helping people. Other than that, all of the training is provided in our sites or our departments.
Excellent. So now I'm going to let you off the hook, and we're going to talk with Margaret about employment opportunities at ABCD. Obviously, we work at ABCD. Why should someone in our audience who's watching us work at ABCD?
I feel as though that the culture and the dynamic at ABCD is very community oriented. All of the employees from different departments and programs, they support one another to basically, for the overall goal of empowering people in the community.
How long have you worked at ABCD?
I've been at ABCD for 7 years now.
Okay. So you get to stay for a while.
I have, yes.
And have you been in one department?
I've been actually in 2 departments. I've actually worked in the finance department for 6 years, and I recently just became the recruiter for Action for Boston Community.
So in addition to all those great things that you talked about, know that you do outreach for employment opportunities. So you go to the job fairs and talk to people?
Yep, we get people interested
Or do they call you
make
first?
them aware. No, we actually contact the number of colleges in the area, as well as community organizations, and they contact us as well, letting us know about some job fairs that they might be posting for individuals who are looking and seeking for jobs. We then go out to these job fairs and let people know about the agency, the job opportunities that we have, what the dynamic of the agency is like. A lot of people that do come to see who we are as an agency are surprised about the number of things that we actually do for the community, the different services that we offer, from housing to fuel assistance, food pantry services, youth services. So they get surprised.
Are there specific degrees that you look for or a specific background that you look for when you are out and talking to individuals?
Yes, depending on the particular jobs they're looking for, and because ABCD offers a variety of positions in different departments, qualifications can vary, but at the very minimum, we ask, for a high school diploma, and some experience in that particular field of what they're interested in. Most of our positions require an associate's degree with experience in their position.
How does someone find out about all of the positions at ABCD? Where do you generally post?
We post our positions on our website at www.bostonabcd.org. If you click under the About tab, there is a section that says About Jobs, and it gives you a whole list of all the opportunities that ABCD does have, and you can easily apply within the website. Or you could email hr@bostonabcd.org with your resume and cover letter and the job title and the subject line.
So will you accept an unsolicited resume?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So there's some folks that are good. They're like, I just have some skills, and
Yeah.
I haven't seen your postings, but keep me in mind.
Absolutely.
And
We
so-
keep resumes for a year in our database, so it's something that we definitely encourage people to do.
Are there any stories that come to mind, volunteer-wise or employee, that are a great example of the kind of company that ABCD is?
For me, I feel as though one thing that I've learned about the agency is that you have employees that have been with the agency for a long time, sometimes move out of state, and then return back to the city of Boston. When they do that, they actually come back to ABCD. So I feel as though that speaks a great deal of volume about what the agency is about.
So Carmen, I'm going to give you the last word, a volunteer success story.
A number of our volunteers start out as interns. Once they graduate or once they've completed a certain amount of service, they apply for our positions and become staff members. From our client standpoint as well, we've had at least one client who was so touched by the assistance that she received with the service that she was seeking, that she said to herself, I have to give my time to this organization. I have to, help other people in the way that they've helped me.
How can someone reach you? I know, Margaret, you gave out some information. Carmen, how does someone reach you to volunteer?
They can reach me by email. They can send their resume to volunteer@bostonabcd.org. There's also a volunteer button on our website, www.bostonabcd.org.
Excellent. I want to thank you both for coming on the program. I enjoy it. I enjoy talking about ABCD as well. And that concludes our program for today. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you have missed any segments, you can get them on YouTube. Thank you for joining Community Taking Action. I am your host, Eric Mitchell. Until next time.